safe here. The Eagle has landed. Roger, tranquility. We copy you on the ground.
New possibilities are opening up for scientific cooperation between countries.
1, 0, 0. Liftoff. American Space Forces Base as Discovery clears the tower.
Discovery, going throttle up.
Discovery, Roger. Go for deploy. Roger. Nice to be in orbit.
We have followed the footsteps to get us where we are today.
You're looking live at the Crew-Dragon spacecraft and Falcon 9 rocket set to carry 3 American astronauts and 1 Japanese astronaut to the International Space Station in just a few hours. Good afternoon and welcome to Kennedy Space Center in Florida. I'm Marie Lewis with NASA Public Affairs.
NASA's Neil Armstrong Operations and Checkout Building, or the O&C. Here, the SpaceX team will help the astronauts put on their suits and perform some key suit checkouts.
To help make sure the crew has a safe journey, our team in Mission Control will be monitoring their progress along the way. On console or headset are 6 key positions who are monitoring the health of the vehicle and crew.
So if we need to delay, there is a backup launch opportunity on Wednesday, a little under 3 days from now.
A few hours before Dragon arrives at station, NASA's Anthony Varia will again take the flight director's chair to lead the team through Dragon's approach and docking.
The Crew-1 astronauts dedicate this patch to their families.
Wow, it is so exciting to see this, isn't it? All 4 of them.
Yeah, it's just, okay, so there's a look at Commander, that looks like Mike Hopkins.
Yeah.
So Kate, walk us through what are they doing in these seats? And obviously they're getting some checkouts, making sure the fit is good. Walk us through what is happening, the mechanics of what's going on in the room.
Yeah. Pilot Victor Glover is a native of Pomona, California. He was selected as an astronaut by NASA in 2013. Glover is a commander in the United States Navy and holds degrees in general engineering, flight test engineering, systems engineering, and military operational art and science.
And mission specialist Shannon Walker is from Houston, Texas. She was selected as an astronaut by NASA in 2004. She is a doctor of philosophy in space physics. Walker flew on the Russian Soyuz as a flight engineer for expeditions 24-25 on board the ISS.
He has degrees in aeronautical engineering and is a doctor of philosophy in advanced interdisciplinary studies. Noguchi has logged a total of 177 days in space. Having flown on STS-114 on the Space Shuttle Discovery and on the Russian Soyuz as a member of the Expedition 22-23 crew. For Mike, he said that those were some of his favorite moments, sitting around the table, sharing stories and laughs with each other.
As we get ready for the crew to walk out, let's go back to our team at Kennedy Space Center.
All right, thank you, John. Looking back live inside the room, again, helos flying overhead. Everybody is getting ready for this crew to make their way just behind us on their way out to the launch pad. They come walking down the hall.
Oh.
Everyone's looking quite peppy there.
Yeah, so cool. They're looking for people. They're looking for the people that have helped them all along the way, too, and wanting to make eye contact.
Yep.
Oh, here they come.
Here they come. The Crew-1 astronauts now beginning their journey to the launch pad ahead of this historic mission to the International Space Station.
You notice everyone keeping as a safe distance here, but that distance would be enforced regardless of whether COVID-19 was a factor in what's going on. That distance is maintained regardless. Yeah, you mentioned that everything is very well choreographed. While this is the first time that we're seeing the crew make this journey to the pad on, the day of, fingers crossed we don't have a scrub. They have performed this a number of times, including a dry dress earlier this week. Mm-hmm. But everything that this crew does is rehearsed many, many times, whether it's putting the suits on or taking them off.
And I told you I'm going to steal that because
Yes.
we need to have Don't Stop Me Now going right
Yes,
here.
that is the
at
perfect
desk.
going to space song.
Mine would definitely be something by Daft Punk,
Yeah.
with the spacesuits looking like futuristic robot aliens. Yeah, I just have to go with Daft Punk for sure.
I think that's part of the awe of it, though, too, is that you have to, you really have to kind of bend back. It's not easy to bend back in those suits and
Yeah.
look up like that.
I love this shot. You know, when this was being designed, it was definitely a forward-thinking design that we went with. We really wanted it to encapsulate the experience of the next era of spaceflight, really wanting to make it look futuristic, as with the suits and the capsule itself. Very sleek and elegant.
Essentially.
And you need something like that because, you know, depending on the situation, you might actually have some smoke or the water deluge system going. And so you tip your head down, you look at the floor, you grab each other and go.
Yeah, and if we were to do a quick exit from the tower, we utilize basically baskets that are on zip lines and they slide down the wire to safety.
And they are now getting buckled in and attaching their umbilicals to their suits. The suit techs are there helping if as needed. The umbilicals allow the crew to have comms through their suit, air to help keep them cool, as well as delivers nitrox for suit pressurization. And as we mentioned earlier in the broadcast, the suit's primary function is to protect the crew in the event of a cabin depressurization.
I don't know, I look at this and it's really neat to me to be just up close and personal with, even with a mock-up of the spacecraft. But, you know, I look at it and there's things that are certainly familiar, like a window. Thankfully, there's windows. But what is some of the other stuff we're seeing on here? These, you know, these silver little ovals, and I know that's the hatch, but what else are we looking at here?
And about 40 seconds after separation, Dragon's nose cone deploy sequence will begin. It will take roughly 4 minutes for the nose cone hooks to unlatch and open, exposing its guidance navigation controls, or GNC, that will help Dragon autonomously fly to the space station.
And then just inside of T-minus 4 minutes, once the arms are released, we'll begin to retract the strong back alongside the vehicle.
And at T-minus 3 minutes,
Right now we're waiting for the retract. And there you can see the strong back is beginning to move away from the vehicle.
Coming up in 10 seconds, we'll look to hear that Dragon is in countdown. Go for launch, and at 37 seconds, the International Space Station flying over Kennedy Space Center.
All for one, Crew-1 for all.
Crew Dragon poised to go catch it. 20 seconds till liftoff.
T-minus 15 seconds. Falcon 9 is configured for flight. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Ignition. Liftoff.
Resilience rises. Not even gravity contains humanity when we explore as one for all.
M1E propulsion is nominal.
That's the word we want to hear. Stage 1 propulsion is nominal.
As 30 seconds into this historic mission, flying crew on board Dragon and Falcon 9.
Power and telemetry continue to be nominal for the vehicle, now traveling at 262 meters per second.
Falcon 9 is supersonic.
There's that call out. The Falcon 9 is supersonic, and we will be passing through Max Q here shortly, the largest structural load during ascent.
Max Q.
And there's that call out. That Falcon has passed through Max Q.
1 Bravo.
And we've just entered Stage 1 Bravo abort mode. That's going to take them through the end of the first stage burning just before second stage activates off the coast of North Carolina.
Alpha.
Stage separation confirmed.
And you see that stage separation has confirmed. There goes that MVAC engine. Stage 2, Crew-1 is now on their way to the International Space Station.
Dragon SpaceX, nominal orbit insertion.
Launch escape system is disarmed. And SpaceX copies.
And Leah, the words we like to hear in nominal orbit insertion.
That's right, John. Nominal orbit insertion, as we mentioned, stage 2. Oh, looks like some action on stage 1. And I believe we've had a touchdown on the drone ship.
We've got stage 1 has touched down on the drone ship in the Atlantic Ocean. But now the more important news, second stage is in orbit, right where we want, right on time, and we're getting ready for our next major activity.
And we're T plus 11 minutes since liftoff today, waiting on that second stage separation. But as you can see, our astronauts from left to right, Shannon Walker, Victor Glover, Mike Hopkins, and Soichi Noguchi, now on their way to the International Space Station. First trip to space for Victor Glover.
Acquisition of signal, Newfoundland. Dragon separation confirmed.
And separation confirmed. You can see that second stage departing. Crew Dragon leaving it behind.
Separation confirmed.
We got the Draco checkouts, we're good. And right now we're hearing the nose cone hooks are opening up. Everything is happening right per the procedure. And we've got Crew-1 successfully on orbit. So with that, let's head over to our counterparts at Kennedy Space Center.